Okay, so I'm trying this again because I recorded it in the Canvas media and I don't know where it went. So I will use Zoom, which is my go-to. So I am doing the assignment for Inevitable Chapter 6 and 7. And question 4, think about the concept of weight-bearing walls described in Chapter 7. The authors talk about the metaphor of remodeling a house. It is good to know which walls are weight-bearing, and if you are going to remove one of those, you must apply another support. What is one weight-bearing wall you think we could remove, and what support would we need to apply to make that change successful? So I hope I can remember everything I said the first time. So I chose this question because I really am passionate about MCL. And when we started learning about it, or when I started hearing about it and going to some professional development sessions for it 2 years ago, I thought it was something really amazing, something that could really help the education system get back on track. And nothing ever really became of it where I was. So I've seen the changes in the past 15 years of being in education, and the learners that I've worked with, I really think could benefit from some of these weight-bearing walls, excuse me, to come down and to use an MCL-based education system. So being here at CPDLF, one that I think we could, bring down and would benefit our learners would be grade levels. So I think in order for this to work, I think starting with the secondary 9th through 12th grade would work the best. We would be able to see if it works for them. And I know now some of our learners come to us as sophomores, and we look at their transcripts and their credits to see what they've earned at their past schools. And excluding their attendance, because we're mastery based, we can give them credits and bump them to maybe a junior or a senior. I've had a few learners that has happened to this year, and it's very encouraging for them to know that they're 18, 19 years old in 10th grade at a public school, but when they came to us, we were able to let them possibly graduate if they were successful. So I know we graduate with 25 credits, and starting in 9th grade, if they're starting fresh then, and they could in order to take that down, you need another support. So in order to know where they are, we need to have some kind of document, portfolio, electronic or not, that would allow them to show mastery, demonstrate a concept. Once the course is completed, and Odysseyware and Odysseyware Academy, those platforms give the whole curriculum when they start. So they have the potential to finish it at their own pace. That could be 2 months, that could be 4 months. And if it is that short amount of time and they are successful, then more classes or more credits should be added to their schedule instead of them sitting back and waiting for the next year. It's a lot of wasted time where they could be focused and still learning. A lot of learners come to us that are older, that public schools wouldn't necessarily worry about educating them. 18, 19, they want to graduate, but if they're not successful in our program, they're probably not going to be taken back to their public school. So I think, breaking down that grade level wall would really help in that aspect as well. As long as they demonstrate their mastery of concepts in each area of electives, math, the same concepts or the same courses we have now, but in a different way. And I think we have the platforms in place for that. We have students that's encouraging for them to be able to graduate before they thought. To be honest, who wants to be 19 turning 20 and trying to still graduate from high school. So I think the weight-bearing wall we could bring down would be grade levels, and a support that would be needed for that would be some kind of documented mastery-based skill assessment.